Hello students, today I will show you how to perform addition of two numbers in Android Studio. Initially you need to click on File and go to the New, then select New Project. Here you can select Empty Activity, then click on Next button. You need to mention your project name over here. For instance, I will simply mention addition as a project name, then click on Finish. In this manner, I have successfully loaded my project in the Android Studio IDE. This is my main activity.java file, and besides it, activity_main.xml file. To make it better viewable to you, I will simply zoom this XML file. Here you will find by default text view widget, and hello world message has been set on this text view widget. I will simply remove this text view widget by click on delete button. Then you can drag and drop text view widget on this XML file. You can set its height and width. There are two ways to set its height and width. You can set either in a design mode or in a code mode. To set its height and width in a code mode, you need to simply click on this code mode. You will find here text view XML tag. Here are two attributes, layout width and layout height, to set height and width of this text view widget. Now it has been set to the 165 dp as a height of this layout width and 34 dp as a height for this text view widget. dp stands for density independent pixel. I will again switch to the design mode. Then I will fix its position. So I will click on this align and click on vertically. So in this way I have set its vertical position on my XML file. Then later on I will click on horizontal. So in this way I have set its horizontal position on my XML file. So if you want to set a new message on this text view, simply click on attribute, scroll down and select text attribute. So here you can enter your message. I have entered here, enter first number. So now enter first number message has been set on this text view widget. To increase its text size, again I will select text size attribute. Here you will find text size attribute. By default it has been set to the 14 sp. I will increase it up to 24 xp. Again I will increase a little bit width of this text view so that whole entire message will be properly visible on this text view widget. Remember, while setting the height and width of any widget, you need to apply dp as a unit. dp stands for density independent pixel, which is set for UI elements. And to set text font size, you have to select sp unit. sp stands for scale independent pixels, which is utilized to set font size on the UI elements. So in this way I have applied successfully text view widget on my XML file. In a similar manner I will another drag and drop text view. Again I will set its height and width. To make sure both this text view widget looks alike, I will switch it on to the code mode. So for the first text view, my height and width is 226 dp as a width and 49 dp as a height. So this same parameter I will apply on next text view so that both will look alike. So I will reset the width of next text view widget 226 dp, and for height I will change from 46 to 49 dp. Again I will switch back to the design mode. Now you can observe that both widgets are look alike. Again I need to set a message on this second text view. For that purpose, again I will select the text attribute of this text view widget. Here I can enter my next message, enter second number. Again I will set its font size to 24 sp. Now as well as horizontally. So in this way the vertical position has been set, and by click on horizontally its horizontal position also been set. So to change the color of this text message, you need to select text color attribute. So simply click on this first text view widget and select attribute text color. By click on this text color, you may find variety of colors. You may select text color of your own choice. I have selected this text color so it will be better viewable to you. And to apply same text color on the next widget, again I will switch to the code mode and see the text color property of the initial text view widget. I will simply copy this text color property and paste onto the next text view widget. So here I will select Android text color property and paste this color property on second text view. So in this manner both text view color are look alike. So again I will switch it on to the design mode. Now my next task is to accept the values from the user, and for that purpose I need to use plain text widget. So for this I will click on text. Here you will find plain text view widget. Simply drag and drop this widget on the XML file. I will reduce its size. So in this way I have set its height and width. Then my later I will click on text property. Here is a name message. I will simply remove it. Then my next task is to again perform to set its align to. In a similar manner I will draw another plain text view to this XML file to accept second value from the user. Again with the help of design mode I will set its height and width. Again to make sure both plain text widgets look similar, I will switch on to the code mode. I will first refer to the height and width property of initial edit text widget. So here it has been set to the 144 dp as a width and 46 dp as a height. I will apply same parameter on the next plain text view. So instead of 147 as a width, I will reset to its 144, and I will reset its height to 46 from 54. Again, I will switch on to the design mode. Now I can assure that both plain text heights and widths are similar. Again, I need to remove this by default message which is appear on this edit text widget. So I will simply click on text property and remove this message. Now again, I need to fix this plain text widget's position. So again, I simply click on align. I need to click on horizontally to set its horizontal position, and I will click on vertically to set its vertical position. So each and every time whenever you are going to drag and draw the widgets, first task is to always set its position on your XML file in a horizontally as well as vertically. So in this way, both widgets are set, both plain text widgets are set and both text view widgets are set. Now, since I need to perform addition of two numbers, I will simply select buttons widget. I will select this button widget and drag and drop over here. Again, I will set its position horizontal as well as in a vertical manner. So now the position of this button widget has been fixed. Again, I will increase its height and width through design mode. I will add a new message as an add on this button. So I will select attribute as a text attribute and remove initial button message, and I will set add a message on this button. Again, I will click on text color attribute and set text color. So I have selected this color. Again, by simply select text size, I will increase the size of this text. So simply select text size. I will increase it up to the 24 sp. Now to change the background color of this button, I will select background attribute. So I have set this color as a background on this button. So this is my add button. This is my two plain text widgets to accept the value from user, and these are two text view widget to display the message so that user will understand. User need to add first number and second number. Text view to display the message for the user. First of all, I will change the IDs of all these widgets. So to change the ID of this plain text view, which is appear as edit text, I will write here edit text 1, as the ID for this plain text widget. I will click on next widget and change its ID from edit text to numeric 2 to alphabetical 2. And I will change the ID of button. So initially by default its ID has been set to button. I will change it to the addition. Since it's going to perform addition, you can set any ID to this widget. I have set here addition ID to the addition button. Now you need to simply click on your main activity Java file. So here you will find main activity class. In this class you need to set reference of the respective widgets class. For example, since I have selected these two text view, these two plain text, so I will create the class reference for this edit text class. I will create the reference of this edit text class. Edit text class, and its reference is txt1 and second reference is txt2. Then next I will create the reference of this button class. So this is button class and its reference is btn. Now this is on create cycle, on create method. Here I will create new method. I will give protected as access specifier to this method, protected void add. Now I will assign ID of this plain text widget to this reference of a class. How I can find my ID of this edit text class? For that purpose I need to simply call find view by ID. In R folder all the IDs has been set, so I will set here parameter as R dot ID dot then edit text 1 ID for the initial plain text widget. So likewise for the second plain text widget I have created here reference as a text2. So I will assign next IDE to this plain text widget. I have set edit text to IDE for this plain text widget. I'm accepting the input from the user in the form of string and set this value to the reference of this widget. So for that purpose, I need to apply here typecasting methodology. Since these are the reference of this edit text class, in bracket I will write the class name of the respective reference. So this is called typecasting. Then later on I will perform same for btn reference. What is the class of button widget? That is simply button. I will again call findViewById method and set the button ID as a parameter on this method, r.id. So to make sure to enter proper ID, I will switch to the XML file and I will check. Okay, I have set here addition ID. So similar ID I will set over here. So later on I will invoke setOnClickListener method, btn.setOnClickListener. Here I will invoke the onClickListener interface, new onClickListener. So after invocation of this onClickListener interface, I will use its abstract method onClick method to perform addition of two numbers. For that purpose, I will declare first int1 as a variable, from where I am accepting the value for the first number from the user through this txt1. Since this is a first plain text widget, this is the ID of plain text widget, and whatever the value user will be entered, it will set to the text1 reference. So I will call the method text1 dot get text, and I will convert into the toString. So since I am accepting the value from the user in the form of string, I will typecast this string into the integer format. So here I will invoke the class integer and its static parse int method. So that this string will be converted into this int form. Similarly, I will do the same procedure for the next value. Here I will declare another variable as a 2 with data type integer. Again I will simply typecast it into the integer format by invoking static parseInt method from integer class, from where I am getting this value from text2 reference of the edit text. So I will simply call here text2 reference dot get text to string. Then I will declare third integer variable. I will name it as a sum, and I will add both values 1 plus 2. Now again I need to convert this integer value into the string value so that I will able to display the message on my screen. So to do this, I will simply declare first string variable as a result. So I will invoke value of, I will call string class and invoke value of method, and here I will pass sum as an integer parameter to it. So what will happen? The integer value which is stored on this sum variable will convert it into the string, and this value will be stored in this result variable which has data type string. So simply I will display the addition of the two numbers in a string format with the help of toast. So I will call the class of toast which is present in a widget folder, toast dot, I will call its static method make toast. Here I am supposed to pass three parameters. First parameter is to call the method get application context. Second parameter is the message that I want to display on the screen. So the addition of two number which is going to store in as the result variable that I want to display. So I will simply pass here parameter as a result variable, and then third parameter I am supposed to define the length of the text. So for this I will again call the toast class and set length long function. Then finally I am supposed to call show method to display the addition of two number on the text. So to make sure whether it perfectly performs the addition of two numbers, I am supposed to run this program on Android emulator. Here I have selected Pixel 2 API 28 device. Now I will simply click on run button to run my application. So here you can find two processes are running. So first process. So in this way my program has been run successfully. So this is Pixel 2 device. Now I will check when the user will enter two number and whether I will get the addition of this two number or not. So initially I will enter first number as a 12, then later on I will enter second number as a 56. Now I will simply click on add button. Okay, I haven't called this method on the create cycle. So simply I will call this add method on the create life cycle of the Android. Then again I will run this project. Now I will see the output of this program. So here I will enter 12 as a first number, and now I entered 67 as a second number. Then I will simply click on add button. So you will find the addition is 79. So after a few seconds this message will disappear. So this is a toast. Again I feel again if I again click on this add button, this message will appear again over here, and after a few seconds this will disappear. So you can perform the addition of any two numbers Simply I will first enter 78 number, then next I will enter here 65 number. Again I will click on add. So here you will get the addition of 78 and 65, and for some amount of time the message will get disappear. So thank you students for watching this video. In this manner you can simply perform addition of two numbers in Android Studio.